Guess who back in the house? Heels click clack in a bound. Fine fresh feminine style to 11. I'm divine so heavenly.
All right. It's Thursday and you know what that means. It's time for the Reading Room Thursday. The weekend is almost here. We've almost survived the week. Make sure you are liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. Got a lot of content for this week. Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. So make sure you are strapped in. Make sure you got a hot cup of tea. Make sure that wig cap is slicked to the back. Get you a fan if you need one. And let's get started with this week's episode. We're on episode number 6. This ball is really rolling, baby. Okay, shows to look out for. American Horror Story Season 8 Apocalypse premiered last night on FX. This is one of my favorite shows of all time. I've watched it since the very beginning, since Murder House. We're bringing back Jessica Lange. We're bringing back Kathy Bates. Like, we're here for it, and Ryan Murphy is not playing. I think that this season is gonna be a great season. I wasn't a fan of Cult, but I'm really looking forward to this. So let's talk about it soon. Update. Learn how to park your car or take the friggin' bus, okay? The other day, this is how someone parked next to my car. And yes, I took a photo of it, just in case when they backed out, they ran their car into my Buick and I had their information so I could track them down and call Jeremy over at State Farm and get my $0 deductible taken care of, okay? This is the thing. That Kroger, I was there for the Kroger, I was shopping, and that Kroger in particular's parking lot is an actual nightmare. Like, that Kroger isn't on Union Avenue, it's on friggin' Elm Street with Freddy Krueger, okay? The fact that somebody parked like that, knowing that it's a nightmare there, it's tight to get in, there's not a lot of spaces, it was inconsiderate. That person is a jack wagon. Okay, so learn how to park, people. It's easy. It's not hard. It's free. All right, so a couple weeks ago, we did the top 5 most overplayed songs of the summer. Now we're gonna do my top 5 songs of summer 2018, because since summer has officially been canceled, I just wanted to relive it a little bit longer, and these 5 songs in particular, I kinda can't stop listening to. Number 5, I Like It. Cardi B, Bad Bunny, and J Belvin.
Now I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like studded, I like shining, I like $1 million deals. Where's my pen? Bitch, I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks.
This song, they knew exactly what they were doing with it on the album. They knew it was gonna be a single for the summer. It was hot, it got the summer hype. Like, her verse is the best. The whole song beat is great. Number 4, comeback of the year after blowing the whistle on Birdman, not paying him for any of the work that he did back in the day, coming off of the world kind of finding out that he was broke-ish. Taste, Tyga featuring Offset.
Why you claim that you rich, that's a false claim. I be straight to the whip, no baggage claim. Whole lot of styles, can't even pronounce the name. You ain't got no style, see you on my Instagram.
This song is a banger as well. It's like that slow, smooth, banging rap, hip-hop vibe. Like, it's a good comeback for Tyga. Number 3, One Kiss, Calvin Harris featuring Dua Lipa.
One kiss is all it takes, falling in love with me, possibilities, I look like all you need. One kiss is all it takes.
She's the breakout star of 2018 for me. I know that her album kind of debuted last year. It was kind of slow to get through it, but I cannot get enough of Dua Lipa. Like, she is everything. Every moment I had in New Orleans, I was requesting Dua Lipa, One Kiss, Calvin Harris Rehab remix. Like, I couldn't get enough of it. Number 2, Fifi, Tekashi 6ix9ine featuring Nicki Minaj.
AC just stopped working, so they hit me, told me bring my wrist back. Come through rockin' fashions that got all these bitches like, yo, what's that? I don't really want no friends. I don't really want no friends, no.
Not a fan of him. Don't even know if I said his name right. Nicki's verse in this is dope. The beat is dope. Can't get enough of it. This song is number 2 for a reason. Number 1. This isn't going to come as a surprise to anyone, but No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana Grande is the number 1 song of the summer. If you think any differently, you don't think like me.
Right now I'm in a state of mind, I wanna be in like all the time.
song. I can't get enough of it. I can't stop listening to it. I probably listen to it at least once a day. It's not getting old. It's #1 for a reason, baby. Okay, let's get into Troy's titillating topics. The first titillating topic is, go figure, Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj, Friday night at New York Fashion Week, okay? Everyone kind of knows what's going down. Just a little bit of a rundown. It has been alleged that during passing, Nicki made reference to baby culture or Cardi's mothering skills. Cardi reacted using physicality and her body instead of just her words. Not the best decision. I don't know what Nicki said necessarily. All I know is this: Kelly Rowland said it best in an interview recently. In a time where women are fighting for so much, they really shouldn't be fighting one another. They really have to start building each other up and just being cheerleaders and supporters of one another and being in each other's team, because there's already too many things against women as it is. Women can't keep bringing women down. So Cardi's reaction was not the best, but everyone also reaches a breaking point, and I think that she really didn't feel like there was any other option. At the end of the day, she is from the streets, she is from the Bronx, she is Cardi B, and I think that she did what she would have done post-fame, and it wasn't the best decision. It shouldn't be done anywhere, especially at New York Fashion Week, but I think she reached a breaking point with some of the things coming from Nicki and Team Barb's and Nicki's camp, and your actions are always going to have ramifications, whether they're positive or negative, and some of the negative ones now for Cardi are that, you know, some of her endorsements are starting to question her. Mountain Dew is questioning their endorsement with her and their deal that they have with her, and it was alleged that Anna Wintour forbade her from attending any other New York Fashion Week events. So I really hope that they can get through this. I'm really over this beef. I think it's really petulant, and I want to move past it. I think that a lot of us do. Topic #2, Kenya Moore, who is pregnant right now, really pregnant right now, is been announced that she's getting her own show on E! This is shady. Backstory on this: basically, her and Bravo were going at it up until in the summer, when they usually start filming for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she's been on the show since season 5.
Fabulous. Going with the wind, fabulous. Okay? Thank you. Well, all right now.
Oh, honey, I am gone with the wind. Fabulous. I was like, bitch, is it movie night? I mean, really?
And she's been a really pivotal player, I would say, on the show. And they were having issues. They severely slashed her pay. She was combating them with saying, I deserve more money. Basically, what it was decided was that Kenya was no longer going to film The Real Housewives of Atlanta this season. She didn't get what she wanted. Bravo was kind of toying her around a little bit, and so now E! offered her her own show. I definitely think that I'm gonna try and watch it. Kenya has a really big following. Kenya is very polarizing. You either love her or you hate her. There's really no in between. So for me, I'm gonna give the pilot and a couple episodes a try, but I'm not that big of a fan of Kenya. I wish her well. I hope she does well with her husband and the baby on the way, but for me, like, it's just not a show I'm gonna watch. I was kind of getting sick of her on the show as it was. That is The Real Housewives of Atlanta. But kudos to you, Kenya, for your own spinoff and on a competing channel. Like, that's incredible. Good for you. Topic #3. Congratulations to Nia Franklin, Miss New York, for being crowned the new Miss America 2019. This was a major moment. I loved watching this pageant on Sunday.
Which means, Nia Franklin, New York, you are Miss America 2019. Congratulations.
Not only because I knew someone competing in it, but because it was just a very pivotal pageant to watch. Anyone that hasn't been keeping up, a lot of things are changing with the Miss America organization. They completely released the qualification of the swimsuit competition, which a lot of people are going back and forth on. So this was a really big year for the pageant, especially in the Me Too movement, especially in this movement of women's rights and the bad rap that pageants unfortunately do get. And I think that this was one of my favorite Miss America pageants to watch. I've watched these pageants and Miss America and Miss USA for a really long time, and this was just a really powerful one. Women were standing up for really important causes, and that was really great to see. So again, congratulations, Miss New York, the new Miss America 2019. For the read, so I was at a gas station the other day, corner of Alabama and Poplar, downtown Memphis. That anyone who drives past that knows that that corner gets really wild every now and then, okay? So I'm filling up my gas, and all of a sudden I hear someone holler at me, "Hey Yao Ming, how tall are you?" And apparently I'm in Brooklyn too. I don't know why I just gave that individual an accent like that. I live in Memphis, Tennessee. So I just kind of looked up and I responded like I always do. I'm usually polite. 9 out of 10 times I'm polite when people ask me about my height. And I said I'm 6'10", and they just start laughing, him and his friends, blah, blah, blah. And it really posed a question for me. Do I look Chinese? I had a hat on, I had glasses on, I'm tall, my skin has a little bit of a pigment, like it was really wild for me. There's nothing wrong with being Chinese, I just felt like it was this really blanket statement of seeing a really tall, lighter complected guy and going, "Hey Yao Ming." I don't know, I've gotten a lot of things in my life. I've been mistaken for Chandler Parsons, former Memphis Grizzlies player, but never Yao, so that was a first for me. All right, this week's tea comes from the Real Housewives of Orange County. Season's really good, by the way. But recently, in current news, Kelly Dodd's brother, who did film with her her first season, season 10, so that was about 2 seasons ago on OC. He filmed with her first season. They were very, very close. He is leaking things in the press right now. He's alleging that she has a drug addiction issue, that she has perpetually cheated on her ex-husband Michael, and she's name dropping the guy that she cheated on Michael with, and then he's also alleging that she has been known to neglect her and Michael's daughter, Jolie. So he's putting all of these things in like Radar Online and all these tabloids, and it's a lot. It's really sad to see a brother and sister who were so close come at odds. And so, you know, she's of course alleging the oldest line in the book, "He's just trying to get famous and he wants to bring me down" type thing. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but all I know is that Kelly Dodd is being alleged to be addicted to cocaine. And that's all I know. I don't know. I'm not there. I haven't been with them. I mean, in the words of Lisa Rinna, were people doing coke in your bathroom?
Were people doing coke in your bathroom?
Oh, come on.
Are you suggesting that I got up to the dinner table and went to do drugs?
For the shade of the week. A lot of my shade and tea and reads come from the Kroger, so you guys are lucky that I'm a Kroger member and that they're the only place to get groceries in downtown Memphis. So I'm at the Kroger the other day and I don't know, looking through the dairy and looking through the milk or something, and there's this little woman and she kind of is saying something to me, and I always have my headphones in. Then she says it a second time, I take my earbud out, and then she goes, "Wow, you must be a basketball player or policeman or something." Never gotten the policeman thing before. I don't know that. No. And I was like, "No, I'm not." And she goes, "Wow, really?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." And she goes, "Wow, what a waste." And I said, "Well, you know what? I think that the money you spent on that matted wig on the top of your head was a waste, but I have too many manners to say it out loud." Her jaw dropped to the floor. I mean, I had it that day. I had it up to here. And so I had to give it right back to her. She was not getting away with that one. And I walked away. And I know that you're supposed to respect your elders, but for her to say to me, "Wow, what a waste," just because I'm not a policeman or playing basketball. Moving on. Okay, let's move into the Rose and Thorn of the week. So this week's Rose is going to Miss Michigan, Emily Sioma, for her introductory platform. So they all had their turns to go up to the mic and say their name and kind of say a little spiel about themselves. Hers read the entire state of Michigan, and it was so important that she said it because the discussion and the conversation around this cannot stop because it's not been fixed yet. And so she gets up to the mic and she goes,
"From the state with 84% of the U.S. fresh water, but none for its residents to drink, I am Miss Michigan, Emily Sioma."
Shade! Oh, jaw was to the floor. But it was perfect, it was controversial, it was problematic. It was also true tea, because the Flint water crisis is very much still a crisis. And just because other really bad things have happened since news broke of this in 2015, it doesn't mean that it's, I'm sorry, not even 2015. 2016 news broke, but the issue did begin in 2014. It didn't make it to news outlets nationwide until a year and a half, 2 years later. It was iconic and it was a read. It's also just so true in the fact that it's just so despicable, because the largest victims of this are the children of Flint, who are suffering from a ton of defects from lead poisoning. And Michigan should be ashamed of itself, this nation should be ashamed of itself, and really news outlets should be. This is something that we need to be flooding the media with over and over and over again until it gets fixed, okay? And I know exactly why these things are happening, because the Michigan government was in there slashing money, slashing public funds, slashing public education, and poor little old Flint couldn't get a bone to get some fresh water. And guess what? Now its citizens are corroding from the inside out, and it's disgusting, okay? So thank you for being this week's Rose, Emily Sioma, Miss Michigan. You didn't make it to the top 15, but guess what? You're a winner in my heart, because you brought light to a topic that we cannot dim any longer. Okay, this week's thorn is the tragic passing of Mac Miller, but more importantly, the thorn is the internet trolls who are blaming Ariana Grande for his overdose. It's been very, very clear that Mac Miller has had a really hard time and he's been struggling with sobriety for some time, so we can't place blame on Ariana Grande. And like K. Michelle said on the Breakfast Club interview, these internet trolls who are blaming Ariana Grande for it, these are babies that ain't got no mamas. And that's the truth. These are children who don't know any better. These people don't know Ariana Grande, they don't know struggles with addiction, and they might not have a strong parental unit to tell them to not place judgment on topics that they don't know anything about. So I hope that she can remember that these are just really hurt kids saying these things, but really, like, it makes me really question humanity, that people would blame Ariana Grande for someone's struggle with drugs and addiction. It makes me very inquisitive. Okay, this week's shout out, Claudia Raffo, Miss Arkansas, who represented herself beautifully and incredibly at the Miss America pageant this past weekend, and also the week prior. Congratulations to her for winning the Quality of Life Award during the preliminaries during the week. It was so incredible to watch you on stage, like to see you represent yourself, your family, the state of Arkansas, the Miss Arkansas America organization. I don't think that they could be any prouder of how well you did, and I'm so excited for you and can't wait to watch you just be Miss Arkansas, like for the next 365. So congratulations to you, Claudia. My next shout out is to my dad, getting married this weekend. I'll be heading back home to Michigan. Congratulations to him and his soon-to-be wife, Susan, getting married this weekend. Can't wait to celebrate and see a lot of my family members. So yeah, see you in a few days, Michigan. That wraps up this week's episode of the Reading Room Thursday. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please make sure that you are liking, sharing, and subscribing. I want to be able to keep doing this content for you. So if you're just kind of like ghost watching and not subscribing, please make sure you subscribe. It's literally free. You can do it. And tell your friends. Don't keep this a secret. I'll see you next week. I will see you all back here on Thursday for the Reading Room Thursday. Have a great weekend. Adios, and stay tuned until next time. 3, 2, 1. Said I like it like that. Get you a fan if you need. Oh, Ron, I need Botox. What is his name? Bad Bunny? I think I wrote it wrong. That wraps up number 3. Crap. Number 3. Certified. This is not gonna come up to us. Crap, my hair. All of the lights. I don't even know what my thought was on that. Okay, this week, I got a text message. 1 kiss is all it takes. I don't even know. This is a lot for me. I gotta Google this really quick. Oh my God! Oh, Carrie, I'm mad because I was on a roll. Okay, a little bit of true tea with Troy, all right? Sit back because this one's gonna get wild. Not really, but it's got something that needs to be said, okay? How is the bank going to charge me $35 for insufficient funds when they know I don't have the money in there? They were the first person to know I didn't have the money in there. So now you're gonna charge somebody $35 who clearly doesn't have any money? Throw me a freaking bone here, people. This has been True Tea with Troy.